Welcome to 3 o'clock with SOC. Give me a moment to invite our Spanish-speaking guest. Bienvenido y gracias por ver 3 o'clock con SOC. Si quieres acceso al programa en español, por favor, marque ese número que aparece en la pantalla, cuál es 646-749-3122. Cuando le conteste su llamada, marque 779-328-221. Hello, everyone. My name is Andrea Rodriguez, and I'm the Leadership Coordinator for Southside Organizing Center. I'm very grateful today to be joined by Marlene Zuran, our Public Health Coordinator and our producer today. And I believe we also have Travis Hope, our Community Organizer, helping us out in the comments. Very grateful for our next guest. We're getting a Resident Association update with Walker's Point Association, and our guest today will be Carly Hauser, the Vice President. Go ahead and welcome everyone. Hi, Carly. How are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm good. How are you, Andrea? And thank you so much for having us.
We're so grateful to have it, and we always love the amazing updates that come from Walker's Point Association. I met you, it was a while ago, but I still remember meeting you back when we had in-person meetings and getting your card. And I think it was a day that we had our youth organizers there doing a presentation on our leadership program. So good to see your face again. How have you been?
You too. Good. And I remember that meeting well. The students were really inspirational, and we should still touch back on if that program is running, and if there's ways that maybe my job at 88.9 Radio Milwaukee could help amplify some of those efforts of the students and the work that they're doing.
We would love that. And yes, our youth organizers are definitely working this summer. We actually are just taking applications right now, and we will follow up with that conversation because we definitely want to make sure that they have a presence in Walker's Point area. So thank you for being here again today. And why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and go ahead and discuss your role with WPA?
For sure. So I'm Carly Hauser once again, and I am the volunteer vice president of Walker's Point Association. So the Walker's Point Association is a very grassroots, all volunteer nonprofit that aims to be the connector and advocate of residents, businesses, elected officials, and the police force. So we really serve anybody that lives, works, or plays in our neighborhood, and we provide resources and try to be an information hub for all of those stakeholders. The association itself is about 15 years old. I have been a part of the association for around almost 5 years now and have lived in the neighborhood for about 7 years. And yeah, for those of you who might not be super familiar with where Walker's Point is exactly, we don't have like super defined boundaries, but we're right in between the 3rd Ward and Bayview, and we usually kind of say like the freeway and the harbor are the other borders for the neighborhood.
Excellent. And yes, Walker's Point has so many lovely places to visit, so many wonderful things. And I believe out of all of our resident associations that SOC works with, Walker's Point Association is definitely one that is very advanced in all the collaborations that you do in the neighborhood and all the voice that you uplift. Why don't you let us know about some of the resources and programs that WPA is supporting that you would like Southside residents to know about?
Yeah, definitely. So one of the easiest and I guess best and most engaging ways to get involved with Walker's Point Association is to come to our monthly community gatherings. So pre-COVID, those happened in person the last Tuesday of every month at 5:30, and we would move around the neighborhood to different businesses or sometimes residents' homes. We've met at Palafido Park. So that's one of the best ways to engage with us. We currently are offering both virtual and in-person gatherings now once again. So it's always the last Tuesday of the month, which makes it pretty easy to remember, and at 5:30. And if you sign up for our e-newsletters or just follow us on social or on the website, then we also list where the monthly gathering will be taking place. Those gatherings are really helpful for residents and business people alike to attend, because we typically always have an overarching topic of something that's affecting or going on in the neighborhood. And we usually will have different speakers come and give pretty short presentations that are always very engaging and informational about what's going on. So sometimes those have been, we had the city come talk about green energy and solar panels that residents could potentially receive credits for, and installation information. Or, when the streetcar was a big conversation, we made sure that we brought in people that were going to be just letting us know potential plans. Because one of our main goals as an association is to really create a unified voice. And that doesn't mean that the opinions of our constituents aren't different, but to make sure that everybody's thoughts are heard and are unified. So we always try to bring the resources to the residents and to the businesses so they can be informed and educated on them. And then if they have a response that they'd like to formalize, we can kind of help bring that either back to the city or to the elected officials or the police force.
Excellent, thank you. And we have your website in our chat or in our comment section right now, if any of our viewers, and while we have you live, if there's anyone that has any questions for Carly, any information you like about WPA Walker's Point Association, we would love to have you chime in or say hello or give an emoji. So we'll be looking out for that, but we do have those links for you. One thing I love about the association, again, is that partnership between business and residents. Has that always happened with this particular group? Because it is not really just a resident group, it's really a collaboration of the entire neighborhood. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So when the association started, a little bit of history, it was primarily a business organization. It was started by a group of guys who were all business guys, and they kind of threw some of their money in a hat and said, let's start this nonprofit. And then a few women got involved, and together the group decided that it would be best for everybody in the neighborhood to have all different voices represented. So that's residents, businesses, elected officials, and connections to the police force. So now that truly is what we are. And I think we're pretty unique in that matter for a neighborhood organization, because a lot of times it might be a BID, which is a business improvement district, which is always focused on business, or a NID, which is a neighborhood improvement district. We as an association actually are just, like I said, very grassroots and all volunteer, and no government funding. So the way that we collect any of our membership dues is just through businesses can become members at certain levels. And residents, it's free to get involved with the association. So we do represent and serve both residents and businesses.
Yeah, and even though I don't personally live in the Walker's Point area, I was so impressed with the variety of different types of people that attended when we did have the in-person meetings. And like you said, there was elected officials, there's plenty of residents, business leaders, and as we think about, the more collaborative work that we can do, especially here on the South Side, and not working within silos, your resident group meetings are really a nice opportunity for residents to kind of really get solid answers and kind of have a united front with whatever issues that could be happening in the neighborhood, which I personally am always impressed with, and very grateful that we can collaborate with you at SOC as well. You already mentioned the fact that services are free. There might be a charge for business people, but free for residents, obviously, which I think is wonderful. Let us know, how can people reach you? We do have the website there. How can we contact you all?
Yeah, so our website is, you have the website, so walkerspointassociation.org. On the website should list our emails. I'm happy to give out my personal work email. It's just carly@radiomilwaukee.org. All of the board members' contact information is listed on our website. We currently have around 12 board members, and we are actively seeking for more passionate people, especially residents that want to get involved and donate a little bit of time and effort. We're really a boots on the ground organization. And we can use all different types of talents as well. And that way we can ensure that by having a diverse board of, a mix of residents and business people, that we're sure to continue to represent everybody that lives in the neighborhood. Other ways you can reach us is, once again, just the monthly gatherings are free and open to the public. They're also very fun. I'm always surprised that, so my mom used to be involved. We grew up in Greenfield, and she was a part of it was more like a block watch. And I just remember going to the meetings with her, and they were in like the basement of a, kind of dungy library, and not very fun. But the meetings that Walker's Point Association has, they're always at fun, different locations. It's social, but there is an aspect of education and information, which is really cool. And usually anywhere from 30 to 40 people attend. So it's a great, meeting your neighbors type of event as well. And then one other thing I didn't mention yet is we have specific resident committee as well. And that's just picking up its monthly meetings again. It took a little bit of a hiatus during COVID just because it was difficult to get people to, either commit to another Zoom meeting, and we didn't want to be meeting in person. But the next residents committee meeting, which you don't have to be a part of the committee if you'd want to get involved in this first meeting, just to kind of like share your thoughts of what's been going on, maybe there's a lot of garbage in your part of the neighborhood, or maybe there's been some additional crime, or maybe there's positives and you just want to meet some more of your neighbors. The next gathering will be June 22nd at 6 p.m. and that's going to be happening at resident Scott Patrick's house. He also owns a Cream City Photography, so it's in his backyard, and it's kind of a very like urban oasis. He has bees, and he has chickens and a garden, so it'll be outside in the garden. It'll be socially distant, and that's at 5th and Washington.
Excellent. I'm glad you mentioned the socially distanced. Let us know, are there anything that we should be mindful of with COVID-19 protocols with your in-person events? What do you want residents to know?
Currently, we're just following the city guidelines, and people are welcome to wear their masks if you'd like. The only in-person gathering we've had so far was at the end of March, and it was at the Ivy House's patio outside, which is a very large, expansive space. So you can definitely spread out and wear your mask if that's what you're comfortable with. So besides that, we don't have anything else stringent, just following what the city and county are advising.
Perfect. We like to make sure our residents are prepared, especially when they're coming to new events. So Carly, thank you so much. And we hope we can get you all back to give us another update soon. Anything else that you wanted to add to our conversation today?
If anybody is looking for opportunities in the future, in September, we're going to be having, every year we try to have 2 neighborhood spring cleanups, a spring and a fall cleanup. So we'll be hosting a cleanup to pick up garbage around all the south side, really. We will be focusing on like the Walker's Point area, but people are free to, get outside of the borders as well. So that will be on September 12th, so you could put it on your calendar. That's in partnership with Mobcraft Brewery. So the cleanup starts at Mobcraft. You don't have to bring any supplies or anything. They'll all be provided. And then we're also going to be hosting a Walker's Point week, where from September 12th through the 18th, where we're going to encourage all the neighborhood residents and businesses and people from outside of the neighborhood to come just check out all the things happening in Walker's Point. So there'll be little mini events going on, and businesses will have specials. We're hoping that some of the residents that have, unique homes maybe would do an exterior tour of their historic home, because there's so many beautiful homes and buildings in our neighborhood. So those are some of the other things coming up that that Southside Organizing Center residents could get involved with Walker's Point Association.
Excellent. Well, if you get a moment to pencil in your calendar, we'd love to have you back maybe a couple weeks before those events so we can remind residents about those again. Always such great positive things happening in Walker's Point area. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you always, and we can't wait to see you again.
Thank you, and thank you for your partnership. We've really enjoyed working with you, and Travis has been helping out our resident committee a lot and helping us get some things accomplished that we wouldn't have been able to do without your partnership. So we appreciate it.
Excellent. I'll make sure Maria, our youth coordinator, follows up with you about maybe some additional work our youth organizers can be doing with you all.
That would be great. Thank you for the time.
All right. See you soon.
Bye.
Excellent. Thank you so much to Carly Hauser from the Walker's Point Association. We will definitely have them back very soon. And yes, just a wonderful group. And we're always happy that SOC can collaborate with them. Up next, we're going to go ahead and have a COVID-19 update with Marlene Zoran.
All right. My computer is running a little bit slow, so just so you know, I want to quickly go ahead and talk about our COVID-19 committee. So our next COVID-19 committee is going to be the 26th of this month at 1 p.m. So that is a Saturday. We do have a $50 raffle for you if you do attend. And I also want to say, it's a great opportunity for you guys to know what SOC is going to be doing moving forwards regarding COVID-19 and the education webinars that we'll be having and the events that we'll start having possibly when we are back in person. That won't be happening until around like July, August. So yeah, come on and attend, and we can get your feedback. We can get your ideas on like what other activities we should be doing to help break down any stigma or misconceptions regarding the COVID-19 vaccine, and even ways for you to help get your children vaccinated. So we share all of those resources if you want more information on like what's really going on right now regarding COVID and regarding numbers and vaccines within the United States, Wisconsin, and Milwaukee, and like all of the different policies and regulations that have been changing. So we give a quick update about all of that right in the beginning of the meeting, so you can choose to attend to learn more about all of that. So I'm gonna share my screen now so I can show you guys our dashboard. Not our dashboard, the Milwaukee Public Health Department's dashboard with all of the COVID-19 case numbers. Give me a second here. Okay, the dashboard should be here. All right, I just saw the dashboard, but that being said, I'm just gonna kind of go through this section here with you guys. So if you do still need to get tested for COVID-19, you can definitely go on the Milwaukee County, Wisconsin's Department of Health Services website in order to see like what testing locations are still open. A great testing location that has open spots most of the day is the CVS on 27th Street and then the Walgreens on Oklahoma Avenue. Those two have been great. You can just go on walgreens.com and then go to the testing section, and you can register to go in and get tested, and they give you your results in an hour. So that's that rapid testing. And then you also have the Hyatt Pharmacy on Layton Avenue that has COVID-19 testing as well. And that is free for the PCR test, but not for the rapid testing. Rapid testing, they charge $60. So I don't recommend getting the rapid testing there. But if you're looking for a PCR test, it takes about 2 to 3 days to get your results from them. And you can just walk in and get that done. There are also locations such as the Milwaukee Health Department Northwest Health Center, and you can go there. They're located at 7630 West Mill Road, and I'll be putting that in the comments section. And you can go to the Milwaukee Health Department Southside Health Center, located at 1639 South 23rd Street. And then the American Family Field, which is formerly Miller Park, on First Brewers Way, is also open for testing as well. The Milwaukee Health Department is actually no longer serving. They're actually no longer having free shuttles, so that ended. They should be updating that website soon, but they're no longer having shuttles to go get COVID testing at the Miller Park location. And so, yeah, all other testing centers do require an appointment other than the ones listed here. So, for example, if you are going to go to Walgreens or CVS to get tested, you do have to book an appointment to go get tested. And the way the CVS and Walgreens does it is you just park your car outside and then you call a phone number that they have on a sign designated in front of that parking spot. You call them, you tell them like, hey, I'm here for my COVID test. They come out, they'll give you your swab and you have to swab yourself. And then they'll put it in a little tube and then close it up, and then you'll get your result within an hour. They called me, but then they also sent me a email letting me know that my test was negative. So I went in and did that actually 2 days ago just because I was having a little bit of sniffles, but it just turned out to be my allergies. But yeah, other than that, those are the updates that I have for you guys for today regarding COVID-19. So let me bring.
Thank you to Marlene Zoran for that public health update on the testing sites for COVID. We've heard a lot of variants and hoping that you're all staying safe and still socially distancing and masking when you need to. I also want to just put out there about the idea of allergies. Allergies are really bad right now as well too. So please, I'm begging all of you, please make sure you're washing your hands and sneezing into your elbow and practicing good hygiene all around. So appreciate you all. That's my little PSA. We're going to go ahead and go to our community resource for today. This is a great one. I'm excited with this one because it affects our carbon footprint. City of Milwaukee will now be offering, until November, we actually have this, every other week recycling pickup, which we have not had before. This is possible due to a $649,000 grant that we received from the Recycling Partnership. In this one, not only are we going to have the every other week pickup, but Marlene is showing us right now the website where we are going to kind of click to an area on what we can recycle. Those items that we can recycle, again, paper and cardboard, make sure you're breaking them down, glass bottles and jars, aluminum and steel cans, food and beverage cartons, please make sure they're cleaned out. Number 1, 2, and 5 plastic bottles, containers. We're going to actually show as well, I think there's another link, Marlene, things that you cannot choose. And if you go to that first one on what I can recycle, the first link, Marlene, I think it's just going to take a moment to pop up. But we will have these links as well for you in the comments, so you can also navigate in there. I'm not sure if Marlene's screen is frozen or not, but if we're able to click that first link, Marlene, under what I can recycle. And it might be just a little delay. Gotta love technology. So we'll go ahead and make sure that we get that link for you in the comments. But again, we will have every other week recycling, and this is because of a grant that the city of Milwaukee was awarded. So that is a great thing. Next week, we have a whole week of guests. Again, wonderful information for all of you. On Monday, when we do our civic engagement information, Karina Belen Blas Rodriguez from the Consulado will be joining us once again for an update. On Tuesday, with our Youth Organizer Day, we'll get an update from Carrie Cooper from Sewer Pack regarding the North-South Enhancement Project. And that has to do with our buses and transportation, so very, very important stuff. Wednesday, Maria Watts from WIDA will be returning, discussing home buying as a means to get wealth. That will be in Spanish with Alan, so excited for that information. Thursday, Marlene will be having some COVID-19 updates and public health updates for you all. Jonathan Sanchin will be coming back. He's a COVID vaccine clinic manager from 16th Street Community Health Clinic. And they will be discussing 12 to 17-year-old Saturday COVID vaccine clinic at 16th Street. And I might actually be taking my 13-year-olds to that, so I will definitely be tuning in. And we're also excited on Friday, we'll be getting details on the 50th anniversary of Juneteenth Day. That is, again, going to be Saturday, June 19th. Excited for that 50th anniversary. I know me and a few of my friends just signed up to volunteer. So if you're looking for an opportunity to volunteer and give back and have a great time all together, please don't hesitate to reach out to the Northcout Y, I believe it's called, but we can get that information for you in the comments as well. But yeah, that is the end of our show. We appreciate you all. Please be safe. Please make sure you're social distancing, and we will see you soon. Gracias.
Has this live forum been informative and useful to you? What part of the forum could be improved or changed to make it better? Please take a quick survey that's located in the comments section so that we can keep 3 o'clock with SOC going for residents. Thank you for tuning in.